Let's talk about one of the most famous letters ever written. And no, it's not a declaration of war or a love note. It's a masterclass in controlled fury and a powerful statement of intellectual independence. Forget subtweets. Back in 1755, if you wanted to professionally dismantle someone's reputation, you did it with a pen, paper, and some of the most elegantly savage writing you can imagine. And wow, this quote just gets right to the heart of it, doesn't it? With this one question, Samuel Johnson didn't just turn down help, he completely redefined what it means to be a patron for generations to come. It is just devastatingly polite. So what on earth would make a scholar write something so politely vicious to a powerful nobleman? Yeah, to really get the sting of this burn, you gotta know the backstory. So let's rewind and see what led to this epic literary showdown. Okay, so at the heart of this drama, you got two key players, and they could not be more different. On one side, we have the scholar, and on the other, the powerful aristocrat. So on one side, you have Samuel Johnson. People called him an uncourtly scholar, which basically means he was brilliant, but maybe not the smoothest guy in high society. And on the other, you've got Lord Chesterfield, a powerful earl, super charming, a big-shot patron of the arts. It's a total David versus Goliath situation. So this whole conflict, it didn't just pop up out of nowhere. The real root of it was this long, slow burn of neglect, a story that played out over almost a decade of hard work and just radio silence. Just look at this timeline. It really shows you what Johnson was up against. So 1748, he goes to Chesterfield for support and basically gets the cold shoulder. Then, for the next 7 years, he's just grinding away on his massive dictionary, a project that would literally define the English language. And during all that time, crickets, not one word from the Lord. 7 years. Just let that sink in. 7 years of what Johnson himself called pushing on my work through difficulties. 7 years, and, as he put it, without one act of assistance, one word of encouragement, or one smile of favor. The silence itself, that was the real insult. And with this line, Johnson just lays the humiliation bare. You know, he's not just talking about a lack of cash here. He's talking about being personally degraded, being forced to wait in outer rooms, or worse, just being turned away at the door. This wasn't just being ignored. It was a public smackdown. Okay, so after 7 years of getting the silent treatment, what finally breaks it? What was the last straw that led to this legendary letter? Well, it was a classic case of too little, way too late. So, Johnson is literally on the verge of publishing his life's work, and suddenly, who pops up out of the woodwork? Lord Chesterfield. He writes these 2 glowing essays praising the dictionary he'd ignored for almost a decade. It's pretty obvious, right? He wanted to slap his name on a success story. But Johnson, oh, he saw right through it. He knew it was just a last-ditch effort to claim credit that wasn't earned. And that is what brings us to the letter itself. And listen, this thing isn't some angry rant. It's a calm, calculated, and just complete shutdown of Chesterfield's empty praise. This is Johnson's Declaration of Independence. And he starts off so cleverly. He's not just yelling. He actually concedes a point. He says, hey, this praise, it would have been great if it had shown up when it actually mattered. And here's the first twist of the knife. The support is so late that he's just numb to it. The time for feeling happy or grateful, that ship has sailed. He's simply indifferent. Wow, what a powerfully dismissive word to use. Then he hits him with this layer of just deep, personal pain. I am solitary. You can feel the toll the work took on him. By the time he found success, the people he might have wanted to share that joy with, they were gone. The Lord's praise can't bring them back. And then, this. This is the final, crushing blow. The checkmate. Johnson just lays it out there. I've already made it. On my own. My reputation is solid. So the bottom line is, I just don't need you anymore. At the end of the day, this was all about setting the public record straight. Johnson basically said, I'm not going to let the world think I owe my success to a patron when I did this for myself. He was planting his flag and claiming his own victory. So why are we still obsessed with a letter that's over 250 years old? Because the ideas in it, they're absolutely timeless. This is about so much more than just a dictionary or some stuffy old nobleman. The reason this letter still hits so hard is because it's a defense of doing it yourself, right? It's a takedown of fake opportunistic support. It's about the power of speaking truth to power, and it's just this incredible model for personal integrity. It really draws a line in the sand between real partnership and hollow patronage. And it reminds us that when someone offers help, can matter even more than the help itself. And that leaves us with a question that's just as real today as it was in 1755. I mean, think about it. In your own life, in your own work, at what point does an offer of help stop actually being helpful?